Happy Sunday, guys. I am out here sitting on my porch. I just made me some plantain porridge. So I'm just letting it cool. Yesterday, I fixed back my porch. And I just noticed what I did didn't work. Oh my God, I am struggling, y'all. I am struggling on what to do to keep this thing up. Anybody have... So I use staple. I put some staples in, was hoping the staples will hold, but I guess the staples is not going through that plastic thing. So I don't know what else to do. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the staples ain't whole. I do not know what else to do. I think I'm gonna get a stronger Velcro, the black stronger Velcro. And I'm gonna stick, because the white one is coming off. The white one didn't hold. So I'm gonna use the stronger black one that I use here, and it lasts all year round. That one, I have it in the garage. So that's what I'm gonna use. I'm gonna stick that up there, and then I'm gonna yeah, I'm gonna stick the black Velcro up there and use the black, because it's a stronger Velcro versus what I have now. Because yeah, if any wind comes right now, this one over here is gonna fall. Anyway, I didn't come out here to talk about that. I came out here to so you guys can see me enjoying. Yeah, I still have these. I didn't take them because I haven't done nothing. Like, my front door still needs not done because we've been having all these storms and stuff. But I put this planter over here, and I'm gonna put a palm tree in that one. Um. So yeah, I haven't done anything yet. But can you hear the birds? That is so peaceful to me. All I'm missing right now is something to put my feet up on, and I will literally just sit out here. I can get my computer, watch some TV on that, and just relax all day. Literally, today's Sunday, and I would love that. I could do a setup. I have been thinking, like, I only have these two chairs, but I've been thinking to put like more of a two-seater here, and then put these two chairs right here on this side to create a more intimate, and then I can probably put the little fire pit thing I wanted to do. But that's another day. Um, but I'm about to go build this table, guys. But I'm gonna eat my thing first. I'm praying to God, the wood. I saw the wood in there, and I'm praying that that is enough, or they're the right length. I'm praying, praying, praying. But if there's not, then I'll just make the table smaller, because they do look kind of long. So I'm gonna see the wood that I have in there, because I don't want to go buy anything, and see if I can make this work. So I'm gonna eat my porridge. I don't have my stand out here, so you guys can't see me eating my porridge and enjoying. So guys, these are the earrings from the Tumi, the silver ones. One of them, after I unclip it to put it in my ear, it doesn't clip back. So, but these, I mean, they're only 98 cents. But these did. So I have them in. I'm waiting to see if they're gonna start. If it's gonna start itching my ear, they would have already done it. Like this one, this is the ear. It would have already started to itch. So I'm not feeling that. So and I've had them in my ear probably like an hour now. So yeah. So in any case, guys, I think my porridge is cool enough for me to eat it. But I need to hurry up, make my table and everything. Because I have baby Zala this afternoon again. And my daughter wants to go. She wants to go out and eat again. She took me out on Friday night. Not Friday night, Friday afternoon. She took me out to eat. Now she won't go again. So if you guys have not tried the plantain porridge yet, try it. It's amazing. It's amazing. Boy, I can like eat this every day. But I want to start making it, and like when I make it, I like when it has lumps in it. Who else likes porridge when it has lumps in it? Who else? Be honest. Be honest if you like your porridge with lumps in it. Be honest, guys. Mmm. Amazing. Amazing. Last time I made it for Babe, he liked it, but it was too sweet because I had used a full can of condensed milk because I didn't want to put the condensed milk back in the fridge. But it was good. This one, he would like this one. Only put half of a condensed milk in it. So when you're making it for just 2 people, you use half of a plantain. So only half of the plantain I used. And the serving is enough for 2 people. Guys, let me eat this so that I can go do the table, so you guys can see me doing the table. And then take my daughter out. She wants to go out to eat, so we're gonna go get something to eat. I think my other daughter is coming over, so and if all of us don't go, we gotta be back for 4 o'clock because we gotta get baby Zala. So that table should not take me long to make. Should take me about 30 minutes max. It's a easy, you saw the table, it's a simple table. So I'll see you guys when I'm making the table, okay? Okay guys, so I found the wood. Some of them are smaller, but they're still the same size that I need. But what I was telling my daughter is that, you see that distressing? I like that. I don't think I want to cover it with the veneer. So I think I want to, I'm gonna go ahead and stain these. Right? Yeah, so I'm gonna choose like this. This is gonna be up top, the top. So I have this one, but then the others, I have to cut the others down. Well, I think I'm gonna need that bigger saw. Okay guys, so what I did is I clamped the 2 pieces of wood together so that I can make one cut to ensure that they will be the exact same length. So I'm using my hand saw and I just place a straight edge with some clamps. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I am going to use these because I know I had these. Remember I said I want to do this without buying anything, right? So I have these. They're white. I'm gonna just spray paint them black when I'm done. Put them together. You can do it with these, using brackets, or you can do it using pocket holes. Yeah, okay. I said that right. Okay, I do have a pocket hole gig, but I don't know where the drill part is. The bit is for it. I'm not trying to go look for that, so I'm gonna just use this for now. If this doesn't work out, then I will. I can always my table. I can take it out and fix it. Okay. So let's do this. So. Okay guys, so what I'm doing here is I am adding the legs, okay? And like I said, I am using the brackets. I don't know what I have bought these brackets for, but I thought I had some smaller silver ones, but I didn't. But what I did have to do is search for some like 1/2-inch screws, because the thickness of this board is 3/4, and I didn't want it to go through. I didn't find any 1/2 inch screws, but I did find 3/4 screws, and the thickness of those brackets is about an 16 to an 1/8 of an inch, so that will help to make the screw not come through on the other side. Plus I could have used some washers if I wanted to. So what I'm doing here is I am using a square to ensure that the table is square. So that's what she's holding for me, is a square, pushing the leg against it to make sure everything is straight. So I put 2 screws first, and then we're going to put the other bracket in place. So after I add the 2 screws and everything is nice and square, then I'm going to add 2 more screws. There's a total of 4 holes in the brackets, and one of the holes is stationary and the other one you can slide your screw up or down. Okay, so I did screw it to the lowest part of the where you can slide it up and down, so that it will be further away from the first screw and it will give me more stability. So guys, like I said, this table does not take long to put together. It's like 30 minutes is even a stretch for me to have said 30 minutes. What takes time is when you have to stain it. So now that I have put up the legs up, and to keep your legs, I'm checking here now to make sure, 1, that it is square, and 2, I have to put some type of a brace in between the legs to keep it stable. Okay, so I'm looking for scraps. I have a lot of scrap wood, and I'm so glad when I was cleaning my garage I did not throw these woods away. So the measurement that I just took, that's in between, I think it's like about 46 and a half, something like that, because the length of my table is 48. Now this piece of wood has been sitting there for a while, so it is not straight anymore. It is warped, as you can see. It has like the middle pushes out and goes back in. So I am going to have to use glue. You have to use glue when you're putting this together, and I am going to use a clamp to pull the center in from it being from it pushing out that way. So I'm gonna put the clamp. You have the glue, you put the clamp. I did not want to put any nails on the top part of my table, so I'm only going to put nails on the side. So what I'm doing here is we're adding a brace to push out that end of the wood so it can line up with the front. Remember I told you this piece of wood was not straight. So I'm just going to put 2 brad nails in to hold that wood in place. So I'm going to do this on both sides. You have to use some kind of brad nails somewhere, because I am not doing the pocket screw method. If I was doing a pocket screw method, I wouldn't need any brad nails or anything, okay? But because I know that I decided to stain this piece versus you know, anything else, like it's gonna be a dark stain, I know like that blackness would have taken away any little brad holes that I put in. Okay, again, I am putting another brace down there, so it's just a little piece of wood that we're screwing it in place like temporarily to keep the wood out, level the wood out. Once that dries, then we will just go ahead and remove that. So what I'm doing here now is I have to put a lot of clamps to help straighten the wood and pull it down to the top so that it will stick to the top properly. Like I said, this wood had a big bow in it, so that's why I'm going through what I'm going through with it. Okay, so I'm gonna put some clamps, and I'm gonna leave those clamps in place overnight. I could have taken them off later on in the day, but I decided to leave them overnight just to be on the safe side, because I knew that I was not using any brad nails. So what you want to do is you want to wipe off the excess glue that is going to squeeze out once you put the clamps in place. You do not want to leave that glue there. That glue is going to get so hard. It's the hardest thing to sand away. So make sure you wipe off any excess. So while I am waiting for the glue, I wasn't going to say I didn't want to wait until the next day. So I am adding the stain. I'm adding the stain. Now this stain I've always had. I'm trying to figure out why the heck did I have an ebony stain. I'm kind of afraid because it's like more than halfway finished. So I am like, do I have enough? And then I was like, my daughter was helping me and I'm telling her use it sparingly because I don't think I have enough. But I ended up barely having enough. So I did do 2 coats. So I did 2 coats on the outside, and then I kind of looked around on the inside of the legs and stuff to see if I needed like where I needed a second coat, because I ran out of that stain. I did not have enough. Like I said, it was not a full can, but I am still, it's baffling me why I had a ebony stain, and it must have been there for years. Yeah, I don't know what I had that for, what I used it for, but in any case, I am glad that I had it because I decided not to use the veneer on this piece. The piece would have looked a little too clean, even though it's still contemporary, but it's modern, it's modern rustic, I would call the table. I love all of the knots on it. It gave it this beautiful suede finish. It turned out really, really, really good. This is a definite easy DIY table. So as you can see on the other side, I do not have the other piece of wood up yet because I didn't have any that was long enough, and I did not want to join any wood. It wouldn't have been as strong as I needed the table to be. So I did have to purchase 1 length of wood for that other side. The wood was $7 and I think 36 cents. So in reality, that is all I spent. Well, I didn't spend it, babe bought it for me. But that's all I spent to make this table. Everything else, I had it. This is the finished table. Well, it's not finished. I'm about to put the sealer on it. And I'm using this sealer. So it's nice and warm today. So this is the table. I'm gonna put the sealer on now. And then tomorrow, because this thing is oil-based, I thought it was water-based, but it's not. It's oil-based. The stain that I use is oil-based. So I have to use I had water-based in this, but I had to switch. I had to go and buy me an oil-based because you can't use oil-based with water-based, but you can put a water base on an oil base, but you can put an oil base on a water base, if I said, yeah. So, I want to just do a light sand. It's not rough, but I want a light sand on the top. You know, just in case I have to wipe it off with a cloth or anything, I don't see it snagging at it. So I just want to just the top I'm going to do. Because I am kind of overdoing this table, y'all. Okay, so I'm going to sand it down now. And the next time you see this table, it will be inside of the house and we will be styling it, okay? So, I am done. What I am loving, though, is I am loving all of the roughness. Like, I love this. I love this. It's giving it, like, texture. You see that on the end? Well, I just took the clamps off of right here, so that's why that looks like that. But let me show you my favorite part, and I don't think you're going to be able to see it. when I put it in the house because of it's going to be against the wall. But look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I love that. So wait till you see some of the stuff that I got to style it with. I got like two things, yeah. But yeah, so this is her, and her is moi. So I think I'm gonna have, that's the back. Oh, that's the back. I'm not worried about the back. I'm gonna check the front. Okay, so let me, and you see that little imperfect right there. So this is like the wood. You saw the wood when I first was used. It's like had these knots in it. So these knots, it looked like a suede. I can't explain, but it looks amazing. So let me do a light sanding with this. Then I'm gonna add the polyurethane on it, and then you'll see it when I take it inside. Okay? Okay, family, so just a reminder of how this space was looking before. And now I'm looking, I'm like, ugh. I'm like, I thought this was cute, but I don't know, it looks so cheesy now. It looks so cheesy to me. Like, I thought this space was really, it was really, really cute to me. I thought. So guys, what I do have to do is I have to paint that wall. But I am not going to do it right now because I need to paint like the staircase and everything. So when I'm painting the staircase, I will paint right there. But I guess how that mirror been up there so long, I've been burning candles there. I guess that's where that little black ring is coming from. That's the only thing I can think on, where that black ring is coming from on that wall. So I have to paint the wall. I should be able to wipe it off. I didn't think on that. I'm gonna see if I can wipe it off tomorrow and see if it comes out. Outside of that, I have to paint it. So guys, these are the picture frame. They are 14 by 17 is the size. So it was, I could not even find an extra one online. I went to 4. Don't play with me. When I want something, I want it. I went to 4 different Home Goods until we found it. And you could tell somebody had them hidden too, because they had 2. So what I decided to do was go on Etsy and get, so those, I already bought some digital artwork. So I decided to go on there and look for some artwork. And because my prints were only 8 by 10, I knew that I can copy and paste. I can size them to what I want because they're abstract. They're not gonna be, I'm gonna choose something that already looked blurred. In the original one already has this blurred finish, so when I stretch it, it doesn't look blurred, if that makes any sense. So I did find these 2 because I wanted to add some color there. And what I love about this is I can change out those artwork whenever I want to. So I did select 4. I do have some cardstock, they're gloss, semi-gloss cardstock, and I am going to print it off on those. Like, you can use that cardstock to print photos and stuff like that. So I'm looking for 2 more that I can use. And you can also, when you take this into Photoshop, you can also change the colors if you wanted to. Or you can, if you don't have Photoshop, you can use Canva to do this as well. And I'm sure there are other editing tools that you can also use. So what I'm going to do now is I am putting the artwork that I printed out, I'm putting it into the frames. So once I put it in there, I am going to tape it in place so I don't walk out one day and I see my artwork have slid in. Because I would be like, really? That's what we're doing now? That's what we're doing now? So guys, this turned out beautiful. Like, look at it. Just look. It's coming. It's coming. Look at that. That turned out beautiful, didn't it? I am in love. So guys, I am like, guys, I'm breaking every rule right now. that I've ever told you guys about. So I want to use 4. Like, my mind has 4 in my head. I want to use 4, but I only have 3 of these frames. But 4 would look magnificent. So that's why I want to use 4. And normally, I would tell you guys, do not hang artwork that high off of the table from your base, whatever your base is. But because I had that light switch in the way, I had to go above the light switch. Now, when I was doing the install, I did measure to put it above the light, to put it like on the light switch, but for some reason my measurement wasn't working out. And in the end, after I had them put all the screws up, I realized that when I was putting it on the wall, I wasn't connecting it to the tab that's behind of it. It was actually connected to the frame. So that's why it was dropping down a whole 1.5 inches. And I was like, I am not doing this over. So I left it. In the end, you will see how this all turned out. So you guys will see here, I am putting up the 3. But when I tell you Judith is not happy with something, she ain't happy with it. And I walked past it for a couple days, and every day I got up, I was like, okay, let's go hit another Home Goods. So baby and I was from one Home Goods to the next, one Home Goods to the next. And I can't believe I freaking found it. I had to end up paying $14.99 for the next one, even though these were only $10 each. Okay, so this book, I got these 2 books from Home Goods. One was $19, the Adobe one, that one is $19, I paid for it. And the other one was $24.99. And everything else I had. And the next thing is this beautiful Caesar head that I paid $12.99 for, from Burlington. Now guys, these was a hot commodity in Burlington because we saw them one day and the next day we went looking for our other piece that we were looking for, and we could not find not even one. So guys, here is the reveal of the tablescape with the 3 artwork. Again, I love this. I love how the Caesar head is peeking out behind of the branch that's cascading down that beautiful vase. It looks really nice. Like, I really, really like this. Now, what I didn't like is that that marble piece that I have sitting in the middle of the table. I didn't like that. So what I did to create a visual height is I used tallness. I add tallness to the table, and that will take away the fact that I hung those artworks so high. Okay, so guys, look. Your girl found that artwork. Listen, I told babe, when I want something, I want it. Now I wanted to put 3 inches between each, going vertically and horizontally for the artwork, but that's where I was having an issue. I calculated everything right. It wasn't working out. I was keep coming up short 1.5 inches, and I couldn't figure out why. So I ended up doing it the way I did, which is only 1 inch apart. So look at it. It's 1.5 inches apart, but in the center is 3 inches. So that would have given it like a more substantial look, but it still looks very amazing. And you see how I scattered the different portraits away from each other. This is beautiful, guys. This turned out beautiful. Guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you on my next upload. You guys see what I say? Let your home create a vibe. So I walk out my bedroom, and that's the vibe. The candle lit. You see that? That's what you call a vibe. And then you come downstairs and you have another vibe. My home just has a vibe.